Imagine you are a 19-year-old American soldier. You have not slept in 2 days. The temperature is 15 below zero. Your boots are soaked through. And right now, at this exact second, 250,000 German soldiers are charging straight at you through the fog. This was not supposed to happen. The Allies thought the war was almost over. They were wrong. This is the Battle of the Bulge. The bloodiest single battle American forces ever fought in World War II, and almost nobody saw it coming. Act 1, the setup. By December 1944, things looked great for the Allies. Paris had been liberated. The Nazis were being pushed back on every front. American generals were already talking about being home by Christmas. But Adolf Hitler had a secret plan. A desperate, insane, all-or-nothing gamble. He spotted a weak point, the Ardennes forest in Belgium. The Allies thought it was too dense and too rugged for any major attack, so they stationed their greenest, most inexperienced troops there. Fresh recruits recovering divisions. Hitler saw an opportunity. His plan? Smash through the Ardennes, split the Allied armies in half, and race all the way to the port of Antwerp. If he could capture Antwerp, he could cut off supplies to the entire Allied force and force them to negotiate a peace deal. His generals told him it was suicide. He did not care. He called it Operation Watch on the Rhine. And on December 16, 1944, at 5:30 in the morning, he launched it. Act 2, the ambush. 250,000 German troops, nearly 1,000 tanks, all hurled at a 60-mile stretch of front, held by about 80,000 Americans, many of whom had never seen combat. The attack came in total fog. No air support could fly. American units were overrun in hours. Communication lines were cut. Some units had no idea what was even happening until German Panzer tanks rolled right past them. And then Hitler did something truly devious. He sent in Operation Reich, German commandos dressed in American uniforms driving captured American jeeps, speaking fluent English. Their mission caused maximum chaos behind enemy lines. Switch road signs, spread false orders. Make every American soldier paranoid about the guy standing next to him. It worked. Allied soldiers started interrogating each other with questions only a real American would know. Who won the last World Series? What is the capital of Illinois? Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? If you got the answer wrong, you could get shot. Act 3, the stand. The German advance created a massive dent, a bulge, in the Allied lines. That is where the battle gets its name. But here is where the story turns. At a crossroads town called Bastogne, the 101st Airborne Division, the Screaming Eagles, dug in and refused to move. They were completely surrounded, outnumbered, running out of ammunition, food, and medical supplies. The temperature dropped to 20 below. When the Germans sent a message demanding their surrender, the American commander, General Anthony McAuliffe, sent back a one-word reply. That single word became one of the most famous responses in military history. And then the weather cleared. Allied planes filled the sky. Supplies dropped into Bastogne. General Patton pulled off one of the most incredible forced marches in history, pivoting his entire Third Army 90 degrees and driving over 100 miles in brutal winter conditions to relieve the surrounded troops. By late January 1945, the Bulge was erased. The German lines collapsed. Hitler had thrown his last reserves into this gamble, and he lost everything. Act 4, the cost. The numbers are staggering. In roughly 6 weeks of fighting, the Americans suffered over 80,000 casualties, including 19,000 killed. The Germans lost over 100,000 men. It was the single deadliest battle in American history during World War II, and it was the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. Hitler had no reserves left, no fuel, no way to stop what was coming. 5 months later, the war in Europe was over. The Battle of the Bulge was supposed to be Hitler's miracle. Instead, it became the moment ordinary soldiers, freezing, outnumbered, and terrified, proved that willpower can beat a war machine. If this story hit you, then like and subscribe. There are a lot more like this coming on the regular.